Across the continent of Greater Banya, peoples of all walks of life share a common sense. A sense that something is approaching. What it is remains a secret to most, but they can feel it. Rumors of sickness spread in the south. A mountain flies in the west. An army of living flame marches through the desert sands, leaving a line of glass as their trodden path. Yes, these are the troubles set to welcome a god into this world. Behelit, the lidless eye, god of the searing light. She approaches and will not be deterred. However, a few know of her coming and prepare. A deadly and cunning thief, a champion of the mountain tribes, a cleric of chaos, a brilliant artificer, and a scarred soul whose past is catching up with him. Can these individuals save the rest? Can they kill a god? Can they save their friend? Can they each finally find a home? Let us together read the final chapters of these heroes. Hey everyone, welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I remind my friends that they escaped into prison. And that's not great. Anyway, I'm Andrew Gilbert, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway, playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Charity.
Hello, everybody. We do pronouns now, right? It's
Correct.
been a while.
Yeah.
As Andy said, my name's Galway. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I play Caloran Charity, whose pronouns are also he, him, his.
We also have Adam playing the Halfling Rogue Burbage Kemp.
Good evening. Adam here. My pronouns are he, him, his, as are Burbage's.
Lena playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, my pronouns are she, her, hers, and so are Stormbringers.
Rachel playing the Gnomish Artificer Clem.
Hi. Both Rachel and Clem use she, her, hers.
And Darcy playing the Tiefling Cleric Hakari.
Hello, and since I don't have a song tonight, I will sing my pronouns. Hakari is she, her, hers, and Darcy is they, them, theirs.
Oh,
Da 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 da.
yeah. Awesome.
Beautiful. So, welcome to our live recording of the podcast Goats and Dragons. We now have 3 podcasts that you can listen to wherever you find your podcasts, Goats and Dragons, which is our long-running 1 to 20th level campaign. We have Helpful Goat Presents, which has some smaller campaigns, one-shots, a little behind the scenes, but is right now featuring Galway's campaign. It's sort of interlocking campaign in the world of Tyr, which is awesome. And we have Dom and Dragons, which is a completed story with Dominic Monaghan, who actor from Lord of the Rings and Lost and Star Wars and X-Men, all kinds of good things. We played with him. We meant to only play 1 or 2 sessions, but he enjoyed it, and we played like 10 or 11. Had a good time with it. And you can catch that podcast called Dom and Dragons wherever you get your podcasts. So yeah, we are affiliate here on Twitch, which means you can cheer and subscribe to us. And reminder, if you have Twitch Prime, you can subscribe for free through that sort of Twitch Amazon connection. It's pretty easy to get all that set up. I use mine. I don't think I use it on ours. I think I actually pay for ours now, but I think I use it on something else.
I don't think I actually use it on ours. I'm like, oh, Andy, it's not a good look.
Yeah, no, I think I actually have a subscription, I think, on there. But you should use it somewhere. Yeah, if it's not on us, help support a creator. It's really nice. And if you're one of my students watching, please remember, because there was a little bit of confusion in some of the chat earlier. Please do not cheer or subscribe or give us any money. You can do that after you're no longer my student. We'll get into sticky stuff if that happens. So yeah, don't do that. Elise, thanks. Anyway, Galway, would you mind talking about the donate !donate command in chat real quick?
I'm getting real weird energy on this segue. Hello, everybody. As you all may or may not know, here at Helpful Goat, we like to highlight causes and events and communities that we think are really important for you to be aware of. This week is Transgender Awareness Week, and as part of our ongoing efforts to support the trans community, we encourage you to check out the Trevor Project, which is a great national charity benefiting LGBTQ youth with advocacy and support. But more than that, I really do implore you, look for a local charity. There are tons of charities all across the country that focus on helping trans kids, trans adults, just generally members of the trans community in your local community. They very, very much can use your support. Your donations there go a very long way. And your support for this community, which faces so many challenges, is deeply appreciated. So if you have the time, if you have the resources, please, I encourage you, check it out.
100%. Yeah, and we just love our community so much, and we thank them for helping support other charities out there. Everyone has been so generous and so awesome, and we love to hear stories about people saying, "Hey, I just kicked a few dollars to this organization because you said something." That means a lot to us. If for some reason you have extra money and you would like to support us personally, there's a few ways you can do that. You can type !merch in the chat, and that'll get you a link up to our merch page where you can buy Helpful Goat stuff, including the sweatshirt that Darcy's wearing currently. It's fun to get something for your support sometimes. And if you just want to send us a little bit of money and you don't really need anything right now, !KO-FI or coffee. You can type that into the chat, and that'll get you a link to our coffee page where you can just buy us a cup of coffee or something to help us running smooth and to hear our silky voices on beautiful microphones. That does help a lot. And none of that, if you can't, afford anything like that, of course, you can always just help support us by being a member of our community. And if you like us and you like the people in the chat, which they are lovely people, you can type !Discord in the chat and get a link directly to the Helpful Goat Discord server. And we do all kinds of things there. We obviously, hang out and chat and have fun with our friends, but we play games. We have internal streams that are not public on Twitch. We've been watching movies and TV shows, and right now we're doing sort of a Secret Santa gift exchange in the Discord. And
I read to you.
And Rachel reads to us, and it's lovely. It's just everything is really nice. The community is so supportive, and we couldn't be more proud and thrilled to be a part of that. Do we have a poem from Chelsea this evening?
Yeah.
Would someone mind reading that?
I'll read it.
Speaking of amazing community members.
You'd think by now enemies would have learned that underestimating the family will leave them feeling nothing but burned. Against demons, cultists, and these red assholes, they've proved that the family's skill, passion, and courage are strong and unmoved. United together as an uncertain future of events comes into view. Much love, Fates of Rin crew. I can see and hear you.
Thank you, Chelsea.
That's lovely, Chelsea. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. You're awesome. All right. Unless there's something I'm missing or something we need to add, I think we're ready for tonight's episode of Fates of Rin.
Let's kick some ass.
Indeed. So, previously on Goats and Dragons Fates of Rin, the family is still alive. After... Oh, this actually is a little loud. Hold on.
I was 100%. I just see like, because I can't hear the music despite the fact that stream can, and I just like, the family is still alive. Full stop. Moving on. And I'm like,
Moving on. The family is still alive. After revealing themselves to the Gohonians and the Red family, the group was chased through the lower halls of the palace only to find their only exit onto the main grounds blocked by a creature summoned. It was gargantuan in stature and proved uncontrollable for those summoning it. Turning right the fuck around, they raced back to the teleportation circle through which Hikari and Burbage had been brought. On the way, they met with another member of the Red family, the tiefling known as Reese Keldron. Unfortunately for him, he was killed in battle.
Woo!
Then, making it back to the circle, the rest of the Red family gathered and advanced. However, the family slipped through the teleportation sigil on the ground into the dungeon of an unknown place, but not before Clementine slammed a coin onto the ground, sprouting a tree in her place as she turned into blue light and vanished. The way through is now shut. So, Clementine, as you are pulled through space, you suddenly jolt into existence again, nearly banging your head on the railing that's overlooking a dank, torch-lit stone room from a raised wooden platform. You are breathing heavily, having just narrowly escaped. Your heart is thumping, and the blue glow of the sigil beneath your feet flickers and then vanishes entirely. Your eyes focus to see Stormbringer and Akari moving the body of an already subdued guard from his post and propping him up in the corner. Your eyes dart to the left over to Burbage and Charity standing near the archway, listening for intruders. Burbage raises a finger to his lips in silence. The smell of this place is horrible. There's a rotten...
I shouldn't say anything right now.
What's that? You just said it.
I just said, so I shouldn't say anything right now.
Yes, that is traditionally what this finger to the lips means.
Okay. Sorry.
The smell of this place is horrible. There's rotten metal smell that you know is just going to seep into your clothes and your pack, which already smells horrible, Clementine. It is the must of forgotten bodies and discarded souls. To your right, there is a door fashioned out of wood planks to haphazardly fit in an archway that was here long before it. Scrapes of pale green carpet litter the floor, almost making the shape of a rug in places. And a table with 4 chairs sits empty in the middle of the room, a spilled glass of juice, the only remnant of the now subdued guard. What, my friends, would you like to do?
Charity.
Oh, go ahead.
Charity will quickly to Hikari and Burbage, who are the two that don't know this, hold up a note that I think basically he had earlier, because we had shared this information earlier, and it just says on it, like, they can hear what we say.
Can I just scramble in my pack for, paper and something to write with, and just write quickly, "The way is closed," on the paper and kind of show it to everybody with like a thumbs up, like.
Charity will pat you on the shoulder.
Is the guard just subdued or is he dead? You
He's
said the
knocked out.
body.
Correct, yeah. Then he's knocked out.
This is like a guard that basically we subdued kind of when we got here into the room.
Yeah, just immediately Stormbringer whacked him over the head and he knocked out.
Andy, for my own edification, how big is this tree? Like, do we think like it's gonna like have fucking destroyed the palace on the back end?
You don't know?
And well, I would have seen it a little like when we were jumping through, maybe, right? I don't know, Andy. I just want to know if the palace is completely destroyed. I want to know how much chaos we're leaving behind us.
It produced at least a 60-foot tree, is what Clementine would tell you. So that is incredibly destructive to the 10-foot ceiling.
Clementine couldn't tell shit to anybody because nobody's talking, so I don't think that she's writing a fucking story on the thing. Like,
Here, let me. Okay, so the exact effect of this was, I think that the way is closed is good.
All I wrote is "the way is closed,"
Yeah.
and I'm keeping my mouth shut because everybody's already mad at me for
So
saying
quickly.
something.
Oh no, Charity's not mad. He's just like, yeah, we've managed to find another member of the family.
Before we move on, so Burbage would... Can we say that Burbage has his own pad and writing utensil, presumably?
That he got from...
You've been here long enough, Charity could have given it to you.
Sure, yeah.
Charity has an extra, so Burbage will take one and he writes down the words "message cantrip?" ? And shows it to everybody.
I nod my head.
Charity will sort of write, "You need your sigils."
Bah!
I didn't even think about that.
Burbage writes on the paper the word "nod" 3 times, and then "gotcha."
Jesus.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, must find supplies, our possessions. I feel naked. Burbage underlines naked like 7 times.
You're going to see Charity. Please don't draw. Uh, though, so I will, actually, above the table, you said that there's a door, and I assume that's up by Hikari.
Yep, there's a door up here, and then also a door down here that Clem didn't see at first because it's kind of in the shadows.
Okay, I was just making sure. And then there's, it looks like next to us, I'll also switch over to the map for stream.
Yeah.
It looks like next to us, there's just like a stairway going down.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an archway here, and then a stairway kind of going into a room that if you peek around the corner, you see has 3 doors and is enclosed itself.
And it looks like it's just like a half stairway, right? Like it's not a
Yeah, it goes down
full
maybe
story.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 feet. Yeah.
Do we hear anything generally?
Give me a perception check. Whoever is listening.
Can I just help Burbage make a perception check?
Yeah, how about that?
His perception is much better than mine.
Sure.
I can also make one. Unless, I'm sorry, we don't need multiple.
By all means, I figure it also makes sense for me to be helping Burbage because I'm on this end of the room with him.
Sure. Jeez.
You had
Damn,
advantage
why
too,
do I even bother
Burbage.
with your
So
fucking 30?
Yeah,
to
and
my
you have advantage.
17.
But hey, at 17, Clem, up here, kind of where you are, you actually do hear maybe just a tiny bit of movement in the room, sort of to the north here, through the door by Hikari.
I'm just gonna, on my little gnome legs, just gonna kind of jump and wave my arms to get people to pay attention to me.
And Burbage, you are listening so closely. You hear faint moaning from the room to the south. A tiny bit of movement even from the room where Clem is sort of jumping up and down. And then you hear that sort of familiar scraping like bone against stone somewhere further deeper in the dungeon.
Why is it familiar?
The sound of like demons dragging themselves across the floor or some shit.
There was a bone demon specifically.
That's right.
the one that sort of turned you into a fishing lure.
Yeah.
Burbage blanches. He blanches. He writes down, I'm blanching.
Okay.
I just write down, I hear something, and kind of wave it around.
Right. Burbage will clarify what he's blanching at. Bone demon on its way. And also I heard, what else did I hear in the room?
To the south, a tiny bit of moaning.
All right, some bad moaning. Not like good moaning.
Correct.
Okay.
Stormbringer's gonna point at all the wounds on her body individually and then go, she's pretty fucked up. And then she's gonna mime sneaking, so she's gonna go like...
Oh, that's a pretty good Goliath sneak.
Clem is gonna walk over to Stormbringer and touch her and cast Cure Wounds at first level, because that's all she has left.
All right.
Let's see if it just says Clem or if it doesn't.
Hey! Didn't roll anything.
But it also didn't just say Clem.
But it didn't just go Clem. Clem has clemmed.
So much.
So give me a D8.
All right, I didn't have to go
A
anywhere.
6.
Okay, so 6 plus my spellcasting 9. So 15.
Nice.
Charity is going to sort of, again, I think we're all relaying. So like up north, there's movement. South, there seems to be someone in pain. Like, and then this way. And then is also going to cast 2 healing
Is
words.
the map north, south, east, west? I just want to make sure that it's not like shitty salt marsh maps. that
Right,
are like-
yeah.
Jesus Christ, when you're just like, yeah, go south. And I'm like, that's left. I don't know why. God has abandoned us. But I'm going to cast healing word twice at level 1
Okay.
on Stormbringer. 8, and 7. So 15 total.
Nice.
How are you doing now, Stormbringer? I'm not asking this. Sorry.
How do you look, maybe?
I still look
Yeah.
like ground beef,
Okay.
but
Ooh.
slightly less like ground beef.
Okay.
As opposed to Nero, who's medium rare.
Ew.
Hold on one second. I cannot, again, on this touchscreen, I cannot press to look at any of my spells, otherwise it just casts it. So what would prayer of healing? Like what would be good? Like a good higher level for
Prayer of healing's great if you have time to take like a short rest.
Oh shit. Okay, that's right. So what should I use? Should I use mass healing word is for a bunch of people, isn't it? I guess I could do healing word and do it at like level.
You could do cure wounds at higher levels because that'll
Oh,
get
that's
more
right.
healing, and you can touch people since you can move around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go over and do cure wounds at level here, let me do it.
So another 7.
Sorry.
No, everything helps.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Lizzie Vanilla in the chat, who shared that they are sending a therapy bill to all of us for traumatizing them with Vimeris' death.
Sorry about that.
So happy
Whoopsie.
listening to the podcast. I'm glad you're out there experiencing all that.
It doesn't get any worse? No. No. We might have a lot of bills for Lizzie.
Moving
our way.
along.
Sorry.
So Charity's going to quickly scribble down like a list. 1, get your stuff. 2, save people. 3, get the hell out.
Yeah. I'm thumbs upping, not saying yeah out loud. But I said yeah because we're on a podcast. Probably could have just said
Yeah,
thumbs
'cause
up.
we can't just keep doing silent gestures.
Right.
Indeed.
Burbage circles people and writes a question mark. Who are we having to save?
Plural of person.
Okay. Awesome. Real helpful.
Charity will sort of chuckle. Political prisoners in here.
Oh, okay. I mean, the last time Burbage tried freeing somebody in this fucking prison,
We still
Didn't
need to
wanna
get your
leave.
items too, don't we?
That
Yeah,
was item.
get
That was
stuff.
that was
That's item
bullet
number
list
1.
1.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Bullet list 1 was get their stuff. Bullet list 2, save people. Bullet list 3, get the hell out.
All right. Well, so Burbage would express urgency with his face because he's remembering the last time he and Hikari spent too much time dawdling in a carceral context. And he's like, let's just get the move on.
As a note, Burbage or Adam over the table. Burbage still has Charity's set of lockpicks, so you do have
I
lockpicks.
do have lockpicks, and I still have the collar on.
Yes.
Did we get that
You
off?
have your sword too, right?
And your sword.
I do have Dianathine.
You didn't have the collar off yet. No.
So that, and you had remembered, Andy, that with the collar on, my hit points cannot go higher than
22.
Would you have remembered that if I hadn't brought it up just now?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I can try and take it off for you and show it to you.
I mean, you do Clem.
I'm writing this to you and showing it to you. I'm not going to do it if you're like, no.
No, Burbage shrugs and is like, yeah.
Andy,
Yes, ma'am.
could I convince you that I could use my tinkering tools to pull this collar apart?
I think you'd have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what What experience do Hikari and Burbage have with trying to get these collars off, and the what happens when you try to get them off? And
You were
all that?
told that you'll die if you try to remove the collars.
But they removed.
Don't
Mine
worry, I
wasn't
still have
on.
cure wounds.
Hikari, if you remember, you turned into a bear and it grew with you.
Oh, that's
and then
right.
When you shrunk.
Never mind. So yeah, I mean, but it didn't
Okay.
kill me. did that?
So Burbage acts out what happened to Hikari, like, oh, big bear, collar expanded, and then when they turned back into a person, the collar was still big, and you were able to take it off. So,
Clem is just going to give you 2 big thumbs up.
but he's trying to act out like that time that you, pointing at you, you shrunk yourself under a rock. He's flapping his wings.
Don't you have a
And
notepad?
I'm just going to write down, can't do it.
I do have a notepad, but I
Pantomime is the greatest art
pantomime is
form.
better.
I'm going to write down, can't do it. And out of character, I ain't got those spell slots.
You can't enlarge reduce right now.
No, I'm out of anything higher than level 1.
Okay, well, this is Burbage flaps his arms in frustration. Is like writes on paper. This is exactly the kind of dawdling we need
Yeah,
to
Clem is just going
avoid.
to start tinkering with the color.
Charity is going to guidance her and also help with like sort of my eye for picking locks, etc. I know that's not exactly how she's doing it, but I figure it applies enough.
Did I get advantage then?
Charity and Burbage, as this is happening,
Fuck me running.
you hear the creak of a door right behind you into this room that you were next to. The door opens. Someone steps out with a plate, kind of a very large sort of serving plate with a few bowls on it, and you are just motionless. They sort of peek in and they say, "Oh, bring the bread." They shut the door. They start walking away from you to the door on the other side. Unlatch it, step through. They're gone.
What just happened?
Charity's going to write down with like a little arrow indicating left, bread that way, soup that way.
Okay, really quick, with modify memory,
Yes.
can I access the memory? Because we need to find our stuff. We don't have any of our things. Like all my stuff that I've spent like lifetimes collecting is gone. So am I able to look into this like unconscious guy's memory and figure out where they keep things? Or like, I mean, I don't have many spell slots. I don't have many spells left. So please don't go, oh, try if it's not going to do anything.
Ha!
Well, I mean,
Then I'm going to get pissed.
you can certainly try. You think that you could do something like that? It would take like another roll of like your Arcana or Wisdom to sort of make that those adjustments to the spell.
Is that a bad thing if I roll? I don't understand. What does that mean?
It
would take
The
another
will
roll.
let you know if you could succeed or not. And
Okay.
if you roll poorly, Andy might say you think you can succeed when you can't, kind of a thing.
And
Okay,
then you'll
I'll roll
waste a spell
wisdom.
slot.
Yeah, just a Wisdom.
I just don't want to dawdle in here either.
was a
so.
crit. So
Oh shit!
So would I know
Also,
that?
I am tinkering with the thing while this is happening, so I'm going to roll at some point.
and you have guidance and my help.
Yeah.
As Charity's like plastered back against the wall, sort of aiming out, preparing like a spell. It's fine.
So Hikari, you think actually you can sift through the memories, change them if you want, but you can view them first.
Okay.
So that's totally there. Clem, go ahead and give me a Tinkerer's Tools check.
And you have a D4 if you want.
As Clem is tinkering, Burbage is just lying there like a patient on an operation table, and he's writing on his notepad off to the side, like, if I die, tell Theodric I liked him a lot.
Thought we were dawdling.
And I'm also just making sure to occasionally scrape Burbage as I use the tools.
Burbage will vibrate every time Clem.
I was always really
Scrapes
bad
it.
at operations.
Oh no. So Clem, you're getting in there with your Tinker's tools. You sort of open up one of the small little panels, and you think you can remove the power source, but you need to do it in a very specific order with cutting one of the wires. You think you got this, and you start kind of operating on this pretty well designed device, like something that you're having trouble even kind of comprehending a little bit. But yeah, it surprised you a little bit there. But you sort of quickly cut the wire, remove the small little power device, which is a tiny purple crystal.
I put it in my bag.
Okay.
There's a butt coming. I hate this.
You slowly shut that little panel.
I just also want you to tell me purple crystal information about it. It's fine.
Oh, indeed. And then you hear a something is whirring inside the collar, and it's starting to speed up. You can feel it vibrating, Burbage, on your neck, and you're starting to freak out when it just goes and unlatches and falls down on the ground.
I knew they were lying.
He opens his eyes. He looks down. It's off. He pats his body. He touches his neck.
Still there?
He puts 2 thumbs up and gives everyone a big smile.
Charity's going to motion like towards the door, the room that we saw, and sort of indicate 2 or more are that way. And sort of like indicating check that and check that for the 2 doors that are in this room. And quickly he's going to write on a couple of just, again, smaller pieces of paper, and then tear them and hand them to people. Just very simply like, we're trying to help you. Please don't make a lot of noise.
And Andy,
Yes.
is there any chance that I could convince you that Burbage's health points are up to 42?
Because of, did you get healing?
The collar's off, and that's the healing that was kind of like, it was like he was storing it like a camel stores water.
Yeah. No. I don't.
Oh, no.
Charity was the one who had healed him and saw that his spell then didn't work. So Charity will quickly healing word you at level 1. So you have 8 more hit points.
All right. I dig it. Thank you.
Burning through spell slots like candy here.
I'm gonna modify memory of this guy while this is all happening.
Okay.
Is that okay? And obviously I'm just trying to figure out where they keep our stuff. And if you're like, oh, this guy doesn't know, I'm gonna come over there and crack your head.
I love the threats. They feed me. So, you're starting to kind of wave your hands. This golden kind of magic, just from the tips of your fingers, sort of embeds in his skull and starts to kind of almost like a puppet. You're trying to kind of move pieces of his mind sort of around to try to unlock certain memories. And you see him just recently helping someone try to move into one of the offices here. There was a big black box that they had to move, and it was really heavy. You saw him see a bone devil recently roaming these halls, and it scared the crap out of him, but it didn't seem to hurt him. He also knows not to go past the archway on the other side to where the prisoners are. And it seems that he has a key to a room that's locked that he doesn't exactly know what's in, but it seems to be a storage area. And
he has a key to a room that he doesn't know what's in it.
yes,
That makes total sense.
that's what he.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
Look,
what he remembers.
he's a fascist guard. He's not great.
Can
He just follows
Can
orders.
I-
There's a lot of things he doesn't know. Ow.
can I like somehow make him conscious but put in the memory that he's actually helping us escape? Like, can I wake him up but like replace? I mean, I think I'd be able to with this.
Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of a saving throw on his part.
How is he? He's unconscious. How is it a save?
Yeah, why do unconscious NPCs get saving throws? Unconscious player characters should always get saving throws, but I don't know why an NPC would.
This one has to do with the mind. So whether his mind is able to hold on or be unraveled. And he rolls a 19.
That is bullshit.
His mind is able to
He should
withstand
be at
you
a
for the moment.
disadvantage.
Yeah, why isn't he
He's
rolling at
unconscious.
disadvantage? He's an NPC. That is immediately.
We're all
not
so
like
mad at
Yeah,
you right
NPCs
now.
should always have disadvantage, Andy.
because they're not real people.
Yeah.
We're real people. Burbage is a real person.
Burbage is the only real person in this.
Because they're unconscious. Cat, what are you? Fuck.
I gave you a free look into his head with the same spell.
No, this was not a free look. I used my spell.
Indeed.
So you're saying I can't modify his memory to wake up and say, like, I don't understand. Do they usually get a save? It says nowhere here that they get saving throws on my thing.
Pretty
Oh,
sure.
yes.
It does
does.
up top. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
whiz saving throw.
If you are fighting the creature, it has advantage. That's the only thing where it says
One
so
creature
he
you
should
can
have
see must make a
disadvantage.
wisdom saving throw.
because he's unconscious.
Yeah.
And we're not fighting him. We're just trying to manipulate him.
Yeah.
So he didn't have advantage.
I want to say some really, really bad words that I literally can't say on this. People will be mad.
But he is charmed by you. On a failed save, the target becomes charmed by you for the duration.
Is he awake though?
No, not currently.
One question that I have, Andy, is that you
Yes.
said he knew not to go through the arch where the prisoners were.
Yes.
Was that the arch that's open, like with the stairs, or the arch that's sort of boarded up to the north?
Neither. Yeah, this seemed to be something right off of like the eating area.
Okay. So that what he's referring to is something different.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I tried.
You got some good information there.
Okay, so are we on the move? Are we moving?
Charity's probably going to try to see if this door next to him in the south is openable. And because we heard moaning on the other side of it.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
tried to sort of
Burbage is-
open it quietly.
Yeah, Burbage will help with that process. Also, Burbage has picked up that collar and is going to take it because the last one that you
Yeah,
had
I was gonna
came in
say-
handy. So yeah, Burbage will help Charity open the door stealthily. I don't know. Is it locked?
It is not locked, and it opens generally quietly, just a little bit of a creak. And at that tiny bit of a creak, you hear, no. And looking in, Charity, you see someone sort of tied up on a table, a halfling man, it looks like. Stained blood on the floors, torture instruments on the wall.
Why
He
do
just-
you do this to me?
He's just here, sort of laying on the table.
Is he
tied up,
laying or is he secured?
secured?
Just by rope?
Yes.
Charity is going to, over the top of him, hold up the little piece of paper of "We're here to help. Please don't make a lot of noise."
He looks confused.
Does it look like he?
Charity's going to
understands what's
move
written?
his finger underneath "We're here to help." Circle. Don't make a lot of noise.
He kind of looks at you and says, "Liar. Never are you here to help."
Charity's going to cut the ropes.
And at this, he pulls his hand up, like covering his chest, and looks at you and very gingerly starts to go and untie the other rope, his hands.
Does Burbage get the sense that what was being done to himself and to Kari is kind of been happening to this guy, like in terms of being manipulated and like fucked with, and is that why he seems very untrusting?
It would make sense to you, yeah. And Burbage, you see this halfling person, scars across his chest, but he has a what looks to be a dragon tattoo on his back. The dragon tattoo, though, is missing a fang in its depiction.
He's got a fucking Pelatoth tattoo? That's weird. All right, well, so Burbage will kind of try to, like, earn this guy's trust by making eye contact with him, showing, like, I don't know if there's a way, like, if Burbage's visage presents, like, I've been imprisoned here too, or like he'll write down on a paper, like, I just got freed. They've been fucking with me too. We're getting out.
So he sees that, and again, he's really big, bushy beard. His eyes are really squinty at the even little torchlight that's coming in. He unties now his legs and immediately rushes over to the instruments on the side of the room, grabs what looks to be kind of a dagger, and it just backs up to the corner of the room. And he's pointing it directly at you, Burbage. And he's saying, "No, see, they do this to me. They show me Cuthbert, and they'll show me Cuthbert, and then they'll ask questions. And I don't know the questions. I don't.
Burbage.
And Burbage, Cuthbert was the name of your father."
Well,
I love your face.
Not sure Burbage is quite in a good state to continue trying to help.
Is there a door over here?
There is a door over here.
I'm gonna listen to that real quick.
Yeah, you listen at it. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay. 17 plus
18 total.
All right. With an 18, you feel that this room not only is silent, but feels small, like the very little acoustics you can hear on the other side of the door. It feels like a small kind of closet area almost.
Is the door locked?
It is.
Charity's going to sort of motion to Burbage.
All right. He's just staring at the halfling. He's kind of was starting to try to write, like, no Cuthbert, no questions, but he can't quite get past the T in Cuthbert. But yeah, he'll just come and try to open this door. Lockpicks?
Sure. Give me a dex check with proficiency.
Not thieves' tools?
Thieves' tools is
They're
fine,
thieves' tools, yeah.
I didn't know if you had it written down. 24, of course. With a 24, it's actually kind of difficult. This is a pretty serious lock. But just a moment of your time, you're able to sort of lift that hinge and then sort of jerk hard, and then you hear a click, and the door opens up.
Burbage would have motioned or like tried to communicate to Hikari, like he would have pointed to her and pointed to the halfling, like try to help him, like yeah, Burbage is very distracted now by the Cuthbert thing and the Pelatoth tattoo. That's fucked up, Andy. What are you doing to me?
So you motioned to me?
Yeah, I basically just like I've delegated you to try to calm this guy down and make sure he's not attacking us. Like the idea being like, and like I feel like Burbage and Akari have bonded over the fact that they ran an inn together for multiple lives and barely remember it and feel fucked with and like had moments of victory together when they thought they broke out and then they weren't like. So like we have this unique understanding of like of the kind of precarity of his position and his like ability to trust his surroundings. I don't know what that means in terms of how to actually convince him that he's awake.
No,
and we're here to help. But...
No, I'm actually gonna. That totally makes sense. I was gonna come over and like, literally. So he's talking, right? Well, this would probably make a lot of noise. I better not do that. Andy, I'm gonna do a charisma check.
Like towards him to like persuade him of something?
Oh, I just did charisma. I guess. Should I do persuasion? Sure. Like, I just want him to be like, I can't say much. Obviously, I can't really say anything, but like, I want to make like reassuring gestures and sort of like try to charm him a little bit.
While she does this, could I walk over and cast Lesser Restoration with my friend?
Oh, yes.
That's just going to make him mad that you're not casting Greater Restoration.
But I don't have that, motherfucker.
I think I do.
I'm also...
I was just joking.
That's a high-level spell.
I'm just checking in this closet.
I know you're just joking. So, sorry.
But yeah, I don't know if Lesser Restoration will help. I just want to...
Well, you'd have to touch him, I think, for Lesser Restoration, right?
Is that a problem?
I don't think
he's holding a knife and skittering around the room so that he's never...
Oh, I didn't realize he wasn't still, like, protecting...
No. He is skittering around the room to make sure he's as far away from us as possible.
Can I try and sneak up behind him when he doesn't notice?
Jesus Christ.
Don't do that.
Certainly try.
Don't.
Because we're running out of healing spells and you're going to get stabbed, girl.
People who are traumatized, you don't deal with it by sneaking up behind them to touch them.
No, this Clem's lived in the fucking mountains by herself for the past many decades.
Do I need to roll
I don't
persuasion?
have people skills.
You're fine. Your charisma check was totally good. You're just basically trying to like calm him and just try to like get him, like you sort of approach him, you get on your knees so that you're about his height.
Energy is reassuring. Yeah.
And he starts to he's looking straight into your eyes, and he's old for a halfling. Like Burbage is already kind of old for a halfling. This guy's real old for a halfling.
Burbage is old.
Burbage is 100.
Yeah. Oh, he's 100, but Burbage doesn't like that.
Your midlife thing. That's all you mean, compared to Hikari, who's like 20.
Sure.
He's looking to your eyes, and he just kind of starts, and he puts the knife down for a second, and he kind of walks kind of over to you until he grabs like your face on either side of, puts his hands on either side of your face and just stares into your eyes, and he says, "These eyes have seen more than they've existed for."
I'm going to wait. I'm already down on his level, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like literally put my very slowly put my face to his ear and just whisper like, "It's going." I can't really whisper. I'm just gonna start going. It's going. Whisper just basically, "It's going to be okay. We have been trapped here too. Come with us, and we will keep you safe." But it's like literally like so quiet.
Sure.
That, like I'm holding my. I don't know if they can still hear me, but at this point.
Yeah. And as this is happening, Charity, you kind of see a whole bunch of stuff just crammed into this closet area, and you're just slowly kind of take your hand off the thing.
My hand wasn't on; it got stuck. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. You're just making your way through the closet area, pushing like robes aside and stuff, and you come across a couple chests that aren't locked. And as soon as you start to open one, you see Burbage's things.
Cherry's gonna be like,
Okay. Yep. Awesome. I'm so happy.
do I see any spare stuff? Like you said, there were some robes. Do I see sort of like generally clothes, any armor, even like rudimentary weapons, etc.?
Certainly, yeah. You see probably about 2 full leather armors, and a couple short swords in there, besides just some clothing and robes and boots and that sort of thing.
What about any like healing potions or other things that would be great to have right now?
Yeah, I'm afraid Charity does not find that.
Do I find anything in the clothing, armor, etc., that would be suitable for a halfling? Like in terms of sizing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, one of them. Yeah.
So I'm gonna like pull like a full set of like, shirt, breeches, boots, armor, grab the swords, and I'm gonna indicate, to Burbage, your stuff is in there. I assume that in one of the other ones I see Hikari's stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeebus.
I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna tap Hikari on the shoulder and sort of like hold my gear and point at her and then, jerk my thumb back at the closet.
I give you a thumbs up.
And Charity's gonna very carefully lay the sort of neatly folded pile of stuff down in front of the halfling. Like,
he immediately starts putting it on, but like watching you, like not taking his eyes off you at all as he's kind of putting this on.
Charity will sort of write like we can help, but you have to choose to be free.
He kind of nods for a second.
And then I'm going to move up because we heard movement behind this one as well.
Andy, should I be able to see things in this room?
In which room?
The room that everybody's in.
Probably not. There's not, I don't think, a light source in there, really.
Okay.
Andy?
Yeah.
So, looking at my character sheet, aside from the small deck of cards, which
is gone,
is the deck of many things that like we decided was left back in Gunageim.
Yes.
Is there anything else that Burbage does not find with his things?
So looking through it, it seems like everything is here.
Except for Dianathine, which he had already.
Yes. Yeah.
I already had.
Everything else seems to be here. Yeah.
Including like any gold that I had.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure.
Same with Hikari, as Hikari's looking through stuff.
What's the name of the person's partner that we're looking for? The person that's hidden away in the box right now, or whatever it is.
Bonaventura?
No.
Well, actually, we were looking for Bonaventura's wife.
Okay.
And then there was also the one who showed up with her hologram partner and then is now trapped in not trapped, is being secured in a
yeah, so the one that we've seen.
Demiplane.
Oh, so we know what they look like already because they've had the hologram partner. I should remember the name of the hologram partner, and that's who we're also looking for.
Oh yeah, that Bubbly Petunia's wife is Elian? Andy?
Elian.
And what's the name of the partner of the person? Andy?
He doesn't know.
I don't know what you're talking about exactly right now.
Remember how we traveled here with the person that was part of the troop that like allowed Burbage to be captured, and they had like a hologram partner because they lost their mind a bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
And then there's like a whole agreement was you're going to come with us, you're going to stay in the demiplane, and then we're going to try to find your partner as best we can.
Yes.
Nalawe.
Yes.
Nalawe, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, I want to make sure that we look for... What are Nalawe's pronouns? I don't remember.
She.
Okay, thank you. I want to make sure that we look for her because it's important to Clem, because Clem felt real bad for that other person.
Yeah.
If I don't know if Burbage ever heard Elian's name from Bubbly Petunia, but if that is a name that anybody, the Charity or Clem would write down as like a person that we're searching for.
Well, I was gonna say, did they have their sigils back?
Oh yeah, we got our sigils back.
Got
Now
your
we can
sigils back,
actually-
Yeah, Charity's
okay.
going to message as Burbage, as he's heard like Burbage rummaging through the cloak. Dear God, you have no idea how much easier it is to be able to do this now. This is
my
Charity,
God.
by the way.
Going on.
Right, and like being able to talk is like one of the main fun things about being me. It kind of just sucks all the joy out of it not to be able to hear my voice. All right, if we're looking for Elian, I heard that name. There's somebody who was working in this prison named Enya, and at one point, it seemed like she was trying to break through some kind of memory modification, and she said, I am Elian. So we can maybe try to look for her.
So
Clem doesn't know you're having this conversation, so she's just going to write Nalawe on a piece of paper and hold it up.
you're going to see Charity look at you, like, quickly write down, gonna get you one of these made as soon as we are not trapped in hell.
Burbage sees the name Nalawe and just remembers that as being the person who fucked us over. Like one of the people.
Charity's gonna speak.
He had the theory that Malawi was not real. He was like about to test that theory, and then all the shit with the Song of Queens happened. And
Charity will see this reaction and go, okay, it's a whole thing, but we're gonna try to save Nalawe too.
all right, Burbage shrugs and accepts that.
It's a whole redemption thing. It's fine. Anyway, oh God. Well, I guess I can do this now. Charity will activate the party line. Be like, all right, could a couple of people check the northern door? I'm going to keep watching in case someone actually comes through with the bread and I need to, banish them to another dimension. Ow.
The northern door back in the room that has the light.
Lena, I love
Yes.
that you're using a walkie-talkie.
Yes, that would be the one.
Okay, cool. I can go check that. I like having light.
That's so cool.
Clem is just going to write a note that just says, "What's happening?" and hold it up.
Charity will sort of wave a note. Come here and help me. Keep watch.
I'm checking the northern door. Do I hear anything? Any movement?
Charity is going to write a little note. Frighteningly, I think we're the healthiest at the moment.
23.
Andy, I can't
Ooh.
drag myself over there because even though I have dark vision, I can't see anything. It's all black for me.
Oh, well, you should not have that.
I have dark vision because I have the I don't remember if gnomes actually have dark vision, but I have the Belt of Dwarven Kind, regardless, which gives it to me.
Does
While
that
you
do-
check,
Now I can see things.
Right on.
real quick question: extreme healing potions. How many healing hit points do they have in them?
Extreme is, I don't remember. It's 2d4, 4d4, 8d4, I think.
What does
For
that mean?
superior, or-
2d4. Which is it?
8d4.
Okay. So I do have an extreme healing potion in my stuff. So would this guy be okay if I just use like a healing kit on him, like to bind his wounds? Or is he like, I'm trying to figure out how to like, give it to everyone or as many people as I can.
Sure, yeah.
I also have 2 regular healing potions.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, if
So-
you have a large healing item over the table, that needs to go to Stormbringer, who is absolutely wrecked.
Yeah. How about if I give half to Stormbringer and then
Oh.
I drink half? Would
I have a
that be
superior
enough?
healing potion I can give to somebody. I was saving
What?
it for myself because I'm a weak, small little woman, but I'm I have 69 hit points right now.
Well, okay. Could I give half to Stormbringer and drink half myself and that guy, then I can like bind up his wounds while everyone's like
Sure.
looking? Okay. So what do I roll real quick?
It's some 8d4
Will
plus
be
8.
if she's doing If Hikari is drinking half and Stormbringer is drinking half, it would be 4d4 plus 4.
I think the extreme one is even above the superior, so I think it's 16d8 or d4.
Okay, I don't even know how to roll that. How do I roll 16d8?
No, you do.
The
Yeah.
extreme
Slash
Baja
R
Blast.
space 16d8.
It's extreme Baja Blast.
It's not 8s, though. It's 4s. He said it wrong.
Oh, slash R space 16d4.
I see Andy
can you
leaning
do
over
that?
like he's typing.
Thank you.
There you go. 27 hit points for our friend Stormbringer.
And then do we roll it for me?
Yep, he's doing that now. I see him picking over his keyboard.
Is that better, Lena?
Oh,
Exactly 27
Yes.
again.
I am up to a point where as long as we're fighting people who are doing physical damage, I'll be okay.
and then Hikari, you're working on that. So I'm sorry, Stormbringer. Did you
Sorry
roll
about
the
that.
perception?
I did. I rolled a 23.
Right, okay. Brilliant. So you are listening at the door. You hear some rummaging around and a little bit of muttering to themselves, like.
What are they muttering?
You can't make that out, I'm afraid.
Okay. Does it sound like they're coming towards the door?
Nope.
Okay, I'm just gonna message back then.
Message cantrip. We've got some movement at the north, but it doesn't sound like they're coming in right now. In message. Signed, Stormbringer.
Nice.
Also, Andy, does this look like an archway that's been boarded over? Or like it's a door that's been roughly fashioned?
On the north end?
Yeah, on the north end.
It's a door that's been roughly fashioned to fit an archway
Okay,
that was
okay.
already there. Yeah.
Does Burbage still hear the sound of the bone scraping across floor?
Not currently, no.
Oh, good. We're safe.
Wait, so there is a door here, right? I'm not just
Yes.
standing in front of an open archway? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got confused.
So in general, looking at the architecture of everything here, like all the stonework seems to be very ancient. All the wooden elements that are in here, like doors or this wooden platform, seems to be much, much newer. Like they're trying to kind of refit this into something a little bit more habitable, if that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
All right, Hikari, as you're binding the wounds of this halfling individual, you see him kind of pick up a stone and throw it at Burbage. It just kind of bounces off his shoulder, and he leans over to you and he says, "Do you see him too?"
I nod.
He hasn't aged a day.
I nod.
As Charity hears a muttered conversation, he's gonna like pinch his brow and then like rewrite his note of like, "We're here to help. Please do not make a lot of noise."
Right, forgot, sorry. Didn't mean to upset you.
Are all halflings in this world like mouthy bastards?
That's why you can't fucking trust them.
You're not allowed to ask that, Lena.
You can't trust a halfling.
Oh, God.
They're shady.
Charity will again sort of resignedly holding his head in his hands while keeping watch out to this hallway. Could we please just generally check out that northern door? Burbage, help Stormbringer with that. Hold up a sign. Clem, help me keep watch on this hallway in case someone comes through. Kari, have a great day.
Should I
Keep
make
being
a
you.
perception check or something? Or?
Do you want us to open the northern door and fight whoever's on the other side?
You realize it's probably just a prisoner, right?
Well,
Message cantrip. They're looking for something. Do prisoners look for things? End message, signed Stormbringer.
I don't even know anymore.
Message cantrip Charity. Why are you ignoring me? End message, signed Stormbringer. Message cantrip charity.
Oh my god.
Is this thing on? End message. Signed Stormbringer.
Imagine like the bridge of Charity's nose could not be squeezed any tighter. As you hear from that hallway again, Charity, where you're sort of looking out, "Oi, Stank! Bring the fucking bread!" And then the door sort of shuts on the other side again.
Well, Burbage is helping Stormbringer with the northern door, as per Charity's instructions, by...
Wait,
trying
like
to
real life, like pause. Lena is confused. What are Charity's instructions? Lena needed clarification there. What are we doing?
You're checking the room. You're doing the exact thing that I've been trying to get us to
I
do.
told you there's somebody in there.
Yes, Burbage will stealthily open the door to see who's in there.
Okay, it's unlocked. Give me a stealth roll, please.
I'm not just going to give you a stealth roll, Andy.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you an expert stealth roll.
Oh, okay. Well,
was a
At
big wind-up.
advantage
Anticlimactic.
using my extreme sneak feature.
Extreme sneak.
Is that sneak also Baja Blast?
That's a 27.
A 27 is very good.
Okay, so I like how, because he has auto advantage on stealth, in order for Burbage to fumble a stealth roll, he would have to roll 4 ones.
In a row. Which I'm longing for the day that Adam can do that and top off his career.
From nowhere, a pickle barrel just smashes him over the head.
It's a reference
That's
to
like
the first episode.
That's a recurring nightmare of Burbage's, I'm sure.
So you push open this door very slowly, very, very quietly.
Ooh, Telltale Heart style?
No, just very close, very quietly.
Okay, this is Telltale Heart style.
No, it's not. And you see,
Fuck you.
and you see a goblin, sort of quietly going through some things of another guard who's asleep on a bed. This room looks like there's a roaring fire in the fireplace, but then like 3 other beds in this room as well. And the goblin seems to sort of very carefully pull out a small, what looks to be like a coin sack, and kind of carefully put it close to his chest. And then you see him walk through the fire of the fireplace.
Oh. The fireplace appears to be an exit, potentially. For goblins. Interesting. The goblin, was the goblin dressed as a guard, or did he look like a prisoner, or did he look like just a regular person?
Just a regular goblin. Yeah, it wasn't dressed in Goholnian wear specifically.
All right.
Nor too tattered.
And then now that he's gone, there's one sleeping guard in this room.
Yes.
And there's like Goholnian guard clothing somewhere around.
Probably. You want to take a look?
Ugh. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm just trying to decide if Burbage is fucked up and cold-hearted enough to just go over and stab this Goholnian in his sleep and just murder him.
Let me know what you decide.
Things have been fucked up.
You could always non-lethally shank him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I could do that. Burbage is going to non-lethally shank the guard in his sleep. Because fuck the prison industrial complex, fuck Gohonia. And
You feel like you're making an argument for lethally shanking the guard in his sleep.
Is this a sneak attack, lethally shanking guard?
Sneak attack,
Non-lethally
non-lethally shanking the guard.
All right, you don't have to roll because your crit on your sneak attack is going to already pass out his HP. So you knock him out entirely before he can wake up. So he is remaining unconscious.
Oh, phew. Good. All right. Now Burbage is ransacking this room for anything useful and also message cantripping Charity and just Charity. I just saw a non-guard goblin leave this room up here through the fireplace.
What is this, Harry Potter?
Could be, Hikari. Am I on the party line?
It never stops.
That's all you just hear me going like, what is this, Harry Potter? And then,
yeah, I guess, Burber's just looking through stuff, but he can't stop thinking about the fact that this random-ass bearded halfling with a tattoo of Pelatoth on his shoulder or wherever the fuck
His back.
said the name Cuthbert. Did Burbage happen to hear him say to Hikari? Well, I guess it was under his breath when he was like, do you see him too? He hasn't aged a day.
Yeah, you didn't hear that.
Oh, Adam heard it, but Burbage didn't. What do I find in this goddamn room, Andy?
Give me an investigation check, please.
Roll20 is so slow. I honestly... Is it like the size of the map?
It's not a big map. it's like 20 by 30 or something.
My Roll20 is always slow on Fates of Bryn.
It's got a lot of the... I mean, we're doing the dynamic lighting, so that might be part of it. They still haven't figured out how to make that go smoothly, really.
Ugh, it's
A 9 investigation. You're able to tell that there's a couple uniforms in here, but yeah. So yeah, you can find a guard uniform.
Yeah, the uniforms might come in handy. Burbage will grab those.
Okay, 2 of them.
But then he like seamlessly moves from ransacking to holding these uniforms and marching back out in a non-intimidating way to like look at this halfling guy. He's going to go back to the note he started to write earlier of no cut. He's going to finish it like really painstakingly, like HBERT, and he holds it up and he underlines Cuthbert. And then he looks at it, and then he crosses out Cuthbert and shows that to him. And then he looks at it again, and he draws some circles and like some sad-faced hearts around the name Cuthbert. And then he writes daddy issues underneath.
you're showing this to the halfling?
Well, at a certain point, it's really just for me.
I whisper in the halfling's ear, he went a little crazy while we were here. Just don't pay any attention to him.
You'll hear in your head, Hikari, yeah, while you were here.
Charity, the door opens again.
Motherfucker.
Out comes a small goblin holding above his head a tray of bread, who's then now hopping. And he can't really open the door with his hands because they're both above his head holding this tray. So he turns around entirely to go through the door backwards. And at that, he sort of sees a little bit of Clem and this in like a couple people in this room that he does not recognize. And he's just frozen for a second, and you see him sort of opening his mouth about to say,
around the edge of the wall where I've been like pressed up against the corner to hide. A little note is going to come out. We're here to help. Don't make a lot of noise.
You see him hop over to the note, and he goes, "What's that say?"
On the party line, you're just going to hear, "Oh, fuck me running."
Who the fuck are you people?
And Burbage has the uniforms. Is it too late?
Who are you?
I'm Stank.
Oof.
That's what they call me.
Are you a prisoner here?
No, I work the kitchens at times.
At times?
Oh yeah. Most of the time, I sort of live here.
Do you like the guards?
I mean, no, not really.
Okay,
They're
so
always mean to me.
so the note does apply. We're here to help. Please don't make a lot of noise.
Do you want to deliver the bread?
Is it for prisoners or is it for guards?
It's for those fucking guards.
No.
Is bread a metaphor for swift retribution?
Do we have any
Wait, can I
poison
soak the
still?
bread in poison?
I have a black
Strong
vial.
poison?
I've got a vial of black liquid.
I have
Honey, I
gun
have
poison.
so many poisons on me.
I mean, you all have poisons of some
Yeah,
sort.
we
I
all
think.
have
Let's
it.
My
poison
bag
some
is just
bitches.
filled with.
I'm just gonna
Venom.
walk over to him and take the bread and then just like whisper, I'll take this to the guards. Then I'm gonna go take it back to the halfling. Because he probably hasn't eaten.
So you take some of the bread. Yeah, there's several loaves on here.
No, I just take the whole thing and say,
The whole
we'll
tray.
deliver it. Don't worry about it. We'll get it.
Well, thank you. I'll go back to my kitchen then.
Good.
Do
I
you?
do a thumb.
Is
Can you
that,
tell us where the rest of the prisoners are?
Oh, prisoners. They're through that door, past the guards where they eat. There's a little archway, and then there's cells on the other side.
And then, how do you leave this place?
Through that, there's like a circle up there that's
Yeah, no,
teleportation.
that's not a thing anymore.
Well, that's not a thing anymore.
No, is there like a door or some stairs?
Oh, well, fuck, you live here now.
any weak points in the walls at all?
I call bunk with you.
I'm handsy.
I'm feetsy.
What?
You heard me.
I can always add to my collection. And I hold up some random feet in my bag.
Just as a okay. As a question, did you just pop through a fireplace a moment ago?
A fire? I mean, I can walk through the fire, yeah. Don't hurt me.
How? Why?
He sort of lifts up a bit of his tattered clothing to reveal what looks to be kind of a spiral, almost like a tattoo, but you recognize this as some sort of magical runes that are like embedded on his skin. And he goes, "Oh, it's because of whatever they put inside me. Everyone here working in the tower's got him."
Wasn't there at some point a black spiral mark on Burbage's hand?
Did it go away?
I have no idea, Andy. These are things that you do to my character. And if you're not tracking them, then what the fuck do you expect from me?
You look down at your hand, and yeah, that tiny little blue spiral that's on your palm, the tiny little black spiral that's on your palm that you got way back in the Faravan.
3 years ago. I
3
just found it
years
in my
ago.
that
That has not gone away. No.
You found it in your notes? Do you remember how and when I got the spiral?
We were dealing with that talking orb.
Yeah, wasn't it in Wickham?
I don't think we were really in a town yet. We had just run. Oh yeah, whatever the name of the town is that got burnt completely to down.
Yeah.
We like docked there, and we were talking to the creature that was trapped in that orb, which I guess was probably the Rakshasa. I don't know. And then my next note is that Burbage has a black spiral on the palm of his hand, maybe, that none of us can see, and is also seeing ghosts / talking to ghosts, seen talking to someone who isn't there. But I think that's parts about your weird hallucinations with,
Right.
yeah. So it was when we noticed it when we were talking to the creature in the orb.
But none of the other characters can see this black spiral in my palm still?
Nope.
Does it, Burbage looks at it now. Does it look similar to the spiral on the goblin's body?
It looks similar in that it is also a sort of spiral design. It's actually spiraling the other way, and it doesn't have some of those runes etched in around it.
I've heard of this. I've heard of a country called Australia where spirals go the opposite direction because it's on the other side of Banya. Guys, can you at least push the talk so that the podcast knows you're laughing?
I'm disappointed.
That would have been false advertising.
Shaking their heads at you, sir.
Well, but something, anything. Flounder in here.
There you go. You got a pained sigh.
You get a pained sigh and you're happy for it.
I'll take it.
I like the silence better. Just really quickly, Andy, what time
Yes.
is it in game?
In game, it's about 8:30 in the evening.
So we've got a couple of unconscious guards. We've got one guard who's wondering where the hell his bread is. We've got one prisoner freed. That appears to be the guard room, and then most of the prisoners seem to be out past from what he was saying, it's out past where the guy is waiting for food.
Message cantrip Charity. Let's poison the bread.
The halfling has eaten like half a loaf of bread already. He's just like...
Not the bread that we're feeding the halfling, obviously. And message cantrip signed Stormbringer.
Message cantrip Stormbringer. This is Charity. I agree with this plan. Or we just fucking ice the guy. I don't know. One way or the other. Let's just keep moving, though. I kind of want to get the prisoners and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we need.
Hey, Andy, have we been fucking around long enough to get a short rest?
No. You've
How
been
long
doing
have we been
too much
fucking
stuff
around?
for a shortest. And you've
I've
only
just been walking like back and forth. I can
Yeah.
short rest while I walk back and
you
forth.
pretty much can, but it's only been like 10 minutes.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I really don't want more time to
if we're here
pass
for an
than
hour,
necessary.
we're gonna die.
Oh, I'm just gonna write on the thing. Yeah, let's poison the bread, go through, and get the fuck out of here.
Charity's also going to hold up the previous note that he'd made, and number 1 is now crossed off. He'll sort of circle numbers 2 and 3.
So, who wants to put their poison on the bread, and which poison is it?
I already used my poison and put it on my sword. I was doing that after I bandaged the guy, so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Anyone else?
I don't think I actually have any poison.
I don't actually have any in my inventory, but Andy, I have to have poison.
I think that Adam has some, but I don't
Oh
know
no,
if
I
he
do.
did.
I have red grung poison, so I can put it on that. Adam, are you alive or are you having tech problems?
I'm just trying to plug in my goddamn phone.
Okay, that's fine. Just a lot of movement, and I wasn't sure if there was like a problem.
So you pour some of the red grung poison, and it seeps in immediately to the bread.
It looks like marinara sauce. It's delicious.
It looks delicious like marinara sauce, sure. And you hand that to the goblin, who kind of, this is going to be quite lovely.
I would leave the room after you've given that to him, just, you know.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, see you later when we bunk together. He points to Clem. And then he sort of kind of shimmies over to the door, moves backwards, opening the door behind him, and then says, I have bread for you.
And Clem is
shuts
just
the
gonna
door.
look at Charity and just shrug and say, "What can I say? I got away with people."
This is why we don't involve outsiders in our plans. Not saying we're good, just saying. Okay.
So let's go. Where we go?
Give it a minute for them to eat bread.
So
Oh, we have to go that way. That's
the
right.
east wall was the one that he opened into, right? Where like the guard was calling for food.
Correct.
So I think Charity will hop into this room, trying to stay, hidden generally. The guard and Stank came from the northern door.
Correct. Which you now imagine is the kitchen area.
Yeah. And then is there a door to the south?
Yes.
I'd like to
Does
listen.
this room also not have any lights?
Any windows?
Lights.
Oh, lights. This middle room doesn't know.
Okay.
Can I listen at this door then?
Sure thing. And in fact, as you're all sort of situating and getting ready to move on to this next stage, you all hear something very disconcerting inside your heads. You hear a voice, clear, booming, directly in the middle of your brain. And it says, "Well, seems like you've slipped past us for the moment, but I don't think that will last much longer, as now you are trapped in one of our most secure areas in all of Gaholnia. It will just be a matter of time before we work out exactly how to get into you. But when we do, I will make sure your deaths are slow and painful." This is the voice of the drow individual from the Red family that you nearly killed earlier.
Hikari's eyeballs almost pop out because she's rolling her eyes so much. And then she's like, "Let's go." And I put the halfling on my back.
Does Charity feel like this is the type of mental connection that he's occasionally been able to send magic through?
It is a mental connection like that. You could attempt something, yeah.
I think we've ruled in the past that it needs to be something that's like psychic energies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to mind sliver him.
All right. Give me a roll.
I think it's an intelligence save.
Oh, right on. Let me pull him up, because I wasn't thinking you were going to attack him.
Why would you possibly think I wouldn't attack him? Fuck this guy proper.
I didn't think you had the means, but you do. That is a 22.
Okay, so he saves.
But at this, you hear a bit of gruntled on the other end. So slow and painful.
It's funny because that's
Is this
what we're
something
saying
we
about
can
him.
Can we respond to these or no?
You don't get the sense that you can. The connection is lost. Your senses kind of return back to the area around you.
He hung up after I tried to shank him through the phone.
But you did hear a guard in the other room go, "What the fuck was that?" And let's take a break there.
Huzzah.
So
All
we're
right,
gonna take a
everybody.
little break. Yeah, about 10-15 minutes. Everyone go ahead and manage your fluids. Go to the bathroom, get something to drink. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and we'll be right back with some more story from Fates of Rin.
See you in a few.
We'll just pick up with a time jump after we've already escaped from the prison.
I don't think we will.
That's reasonable.
Hey there, welcome back to Fates of Rin. Our intrepid adventurers just got a message in their brains from one of their nemeses, one of their many nemeses, who is honing in on their location and seems to very much want to kill them and murder them. But what's new? So anyway, our friendly goblin, Stank, has now taken this bread laced with red grung poison into serve whoever else is here, to have them serve. So I think that's where we're going to pick up. All right. So Charity and Stormbringer, as are you kind of in this area?
Yeah.
Or, did you want to look at this door? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Listening at the door? Okay. So let's perception check that for the moment.
I've been helping, right? Do you want me to do it? Or
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I have a 5. I don't know what you have.
Much better.
Uh, 22 is what, nope. Never mind. No one rolled yet. That was
Sorry,
me.
I was getting that open.
9.
Wow, I rolled a 9 and an 8, or a 4 and a 3? Jesus Christ.
With a 9, Clementine, you're listening at the door and you don't hear anything.
I'm going to give a thumbs up.
Does
Charity.
the door seem locked?
It does.
Charity's going to sort of motion back to the rest of the group that are further back and point at the door that it's locked.
Sounds like a job for Thieves' Tools Kemp.
As you say Kemp,
He didn't say that. That was me talking.
Burbage didn't say that? Adam said that?
Yeah, you know the difference between my voice and his voice. This is me saying it.
Okay.
Sounds like a job for Thieves'
He does have an
Tools Kemp.
actual accent. So you can
Indeed,
tell when
he
one
does
is
have
the
an
other.
accent. Okay. Just the DM making sure who's saying what. Also, the goblin comes running out, going, and disappears into this northern room again.
That was Stank.
That was Stank.
Actually, as he ran by, Charity probably would have tried to, hold on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll leave the door open and sort of be peeking out at you.
How many are in there?
Well, there's the big spiky one, and then there's one of the guards, and then another sort of higher up guard, I think. So those 3.
By big spiky one, do you mean absolutely massive?
Oh yeah, he's real big.
Okay, cool.
Real big.
Thank you.
Message cantrip Charity. Ask him where the fireplace leads.
Oh, also, just where does the fireplace lead?
The fireplace leads into the kitchen.
This
I'll
is
show you.
Kitchen.
And you see kind of a glow from a fireplace further in the kitchen when you look. So yeah. What now?
I think Thieves' Tools Kemp was gonna take care of the door to the south.
Yeah, I got
Give me a roll.
distracted by Andy being a great DM.
Wow.
Bear with me as Roll20
There's a ballista behind the door.
lags.
No,
its
we have to
way.
do that to Clem. Like every door that Clem opens.
Yes.
Don't actually do that though. I don't want Clem dying.
26 Thieves' Tools.
A 26, you are not only able to open the door, you are also able to bypass the trap that is set on this door.
Woohoo! I knew it was there. It was going to be fine all along.
But the door is unlocked.
And is this the door that we heard the scraping from?
No, you were pretty sure that came from further on to the east. Yeah.
And Stank's comment would also seem to bear that out, that there was like a couple of guards and a large spiky.
Right. So the answer is yes, right? That is to the east. So that's the door I just opened?
No, you opened the southern door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gently push the door open, see if I can see or hear anything.
All right, you gently push the door open. There's some dimly burning torches on the wall. And it just seems to be kind of an office area. In fact, it's kind of weird because as Hikari, you sort of kind of peek into this room as well. This appears to be the room that you saw in the visions, in the memories of that guard that you sort of were looking through. He helped move a bunch of stuff into this room very recently.
I'll message Cantrip that to everyone.
Does in the memory that she sort of looked through, does Hikari know anything particularly interesting, or like did the guard know anything particularly interesting about the room or the stuff? Or
just that it sucked that he had to move, and it was very recent. And in fact, as you walk in, you see like boxes being sort of unpacked. Some of them are still being labeled. And there's kind of this weird iron box that's right next to the desk on the left side of the desk, and it has several chains kind of wrapped around it.
Well, that's always a good sign. Any papers or anything that Charity can use to quickly sort of figure out whose office this was, or sort of the nature of the information passing through here?
Yeah, give me an investigation check, please.
Gonna guidance myself and then do that for a total of 21.
Great. What's interesting is as you kind of step into the room closer to the desk, there's movement on the wall in front of you, which is the southernmost wall. And it kind of catches your eye because there's kind of bright light now coming from it. And there appears to be the illusion of a window that appears overlooking the sea. It's quite peaceful, but that's it. And then also,
does that illusion of the sea match any of the views that like the tower that we had seen out in the water would have of the waters around it?
Yes, because you think you get a little bit of view of the harbor of Goholnia as well. So yeah, this might be that tower that was out in the water.
Okay.
With a 21 investigation, you do find kind of a few nameplates that have not been put up yet, and they are for Dr. Bierloan and Assistant Dudi. And Clem knows Assistant Dudi as Deet Dudi.
The penguin?
That's
nope.
King. That's Emperor DDD.
That's what he just said.
It's DDD, not DDD.
Remind me.
Oh.
Deet Dudi was a halfling woman that you saw at the party tonight, who you wronged many years ago, and who would definitely recognize you. And she was always kind of gunning for your job. So she was kind of involved in sort of magical tinkering as well. And you're not sure who Dr. Bierloan is.
Any interesting papers or anything that seems useful, since Charity has been around for at least, oblique references to the Goholnians doing something really shitty with magical research and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Again, with a 21, it's a pretty good investigation. you find a mention of something called the Crown and its shipping information to this very tower.
Fun.
And actually, the Crown kind of sparks something in you, Clem, as well. You think you've heard reference of this item tonight.
Like this was the thing that they wanted me to look at?
Yeah.
Can I look at it?
Look at what? You don't see a crown just kind of laying out, I guess.
Oh, what then?
I was looking at papers that were referencing it.
Understood. Can I look through the papers?
Sure, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
And then
Is
can
the
I put them in
crown-
my bag?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to
Is
steal
the
all the
crown
papers.
one
for
of
sure.
one of the objects listed in the process Avatarana?
An 18 investigation. As you're looking through the papers, your eyes kind of keen specifically for this magical tinkering element, and you realize that they're tinkering again with this crown. Right now, it's a sort of the size of a normal crown, but they need to enlarge it to fit the intended recipient, which kind of freaks you out a little bit. And also, it's not finished. They've been able to implant a consciousness in the crown as a defensive mechanism, but it's not. It's also not finished, and it's not ready. And so they're working on that currently. And now that you're sort of seeing this iron box with the chains around it, that is a way to sort of handle very, very sensitive magical items. That you've seen before when you needed to transport them.
Can I put all the papers in my bag?
Of course. Yeah, you just take all the
Or are
papers.
these just like magical item schematics or?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay, I will kind of write down, I'm with Charity, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in here.
I'm going to write down that, and point when I show it to you. The box most likely has a very, very, very dangerous magical item that I don't know that we should have, but they definitely should not.
Charity Rat. So steal temporarily?
Steal and figure out what to do with, but steal carefully because danger.
How big is this box?
Yeah.
So the box is about it's about 3 feet by 2 feet.
Jesus.
It's quite large, quite heavy.
I would like to remind the party that I am a Goliath, and so I have that thingy that makes it so that I can carry really big, heavy things.
You absolutely could. Yeah, you can double your carrying load. Yeah.
Yeah.
This probably would fit in that carrying load for you.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you've ever let me actually do something with that.
Well,
Usually it's
sometimes you
like,
ask
no,
to,
Lena, that's still insane.
Carry a ton of material or something. This is better for you.
Message cantrip. Stormbringer, we're going to take this box with us, but very, very carefully. So, yeah.
Message cantrip Charity. So are you saying that I should not eat the box like I yeeted Clem if I'm getting attacked? Or are you saying I should to keep it safe? In message cantrip signed Stormbringer.
I'm going to say that you should not eat the box, and perhaps we just leave it here for a moment and deal with the people that are probably on the other side of this door before we come back and take it.
As you say that, Charity,
Fuck me running.
You start to hear.
And by the way, Charity, as we all hear this, Charity will hold up a finger and actually say out loud, that might be our cue.
Screaming is coming from that eastern door. Hikari, you're kind of in that hallway area. You see bright flashes of light, as if a roaring fire has just lit up in that area.
I don't know what that poison does, but I think we're finding out.
It's that. I know what it does. There was a reason I told Stank to not be in the room.
And so that's lighting up, and you just hear screams that kind of quickly die down. What all would you like to do?
That went well.
Am I the only one that heard that?
Oh no, everyone
What did you
did.
say about Hikari? What did you say though?
Hikari just saw the underneath the door.
Yeah, got it.
The flash of light.
So I'm going to take a quick listen at this door. Do I hear anything now that the screaming has died down?
Yes. Even without a perception check, you hear large things moving around, rooting around, knocking over like table and chairs.
Things?
You hear a couple dishes crash onto the floor.
Yeah,
Things?
what is hearing large things?
Yeah.
As in, but plural.
Plural.
Is nothing ever easy. So through there's probably, something. I'm assuming basically everybody else can hear the crashing.
Indeed, yeah.
I can go. Message cantrip party line. I can go first.
We've heard reference, like, at this point, Burbage and, like, also, like, Hikari and Stank have sort of described enough that I think that there is a infernal creature, at least, amongst the guards. Which, not super a surprise with the Gaholnians.
Yeah.
People suck.
Really do.
Never coming back here.
Add it to the list.
I was gonna say that is
Put
not
that
a
to be
short
watch
list
it
for us.
forever.
Lopish. Seriously. Fuck this place.
Fuck that place.
I think that I want to if Stormbringer is taking the lead, I'm going to be trying to get myself set to banish something that looks like it, is giant and demonic.
Okay.
Like, in the sense of, I'm not going to waste it on, like, a guard.
Correct. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Sounds good.
So we're good with me going through this door?
I assume we're all just sort of taking up positions and getting ready to...
And which door is it again, Andy?
I think it's this space of darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this space of darkness. Am I in it? Am I in the correct, is this the door? Is it directly in front of me?
I think it was.
Yep, that's it. Do you want it to open up?
Yeah.
All right.
Have my glaive out.
Why don't we all go ahead and roll initiative at this point?
And I have the halfling on my back,
Click
by the way.
token, then roll.
Did you hear me, Andy?
Yep, halfling on your back.
Ugh. For the podcast, that is a 17 for Burbage, a 21 for Stormbringer, a 10 for Charity, a 9 for Hikari, and a 3 for Clem. Ugh. No like.
Also, I would have started raging when I opened the door.
Oh, brilliantly. Yeah. Yep. You rage, knock open this door. You now see to your right this sort of wooden area where there's like a large table set up for dining. Around it, you see one horrific bone devil who's just sort of like lashing out, trying to wave the other two giant creatures in this room who are currently on fire, trying to wave them away. But then, yeah, you see these kind of cat-like creatures, just gigantic and thick, THIIICC creatures. And at this,
Fight?
let's fight. So, Stormbringer, you are up first.
The lines of sight are really weird on this. Where is the Bone Devil?
To the right, up the stairs a little bit to the right.
I'm moving so I can figure out how far they are from me.
Sure. Yeah.
They're okay. I see. So I can get to them. So everybody else is on fire, right?
The other two, yeah, that you see here are currently on fire.
So I'm gonna say,
Hey, fucking fight me quietly though.
and I'm gonna swing at the Bone Daddy with my glaive. Nope, Bone
right.
Devil.
I was going to say Bone Devil. Bone Daddy is a separate and enduring
campaign.
NPC.
So I do not currently have Protector of the Fold out because I have glaive out. 21.
21 hits.
24 magical slashing damage. That was a good roll.
You slash down into this bone pieces just sort of chip and fly off this thing. It rears back.
And then it needs to make a DC 17 Dex save and a DC 17 Strength save.
12 on Dex, 21 on Strength.
Hold on, I've just lost my fucking mind again. Okay. So, no ice crawls up it, but it's gonna take an additional, 14 lightning damage.
Jesus.
You gotta be quiet, but fight me, okay?
All right. Very good. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. As this lightning streaks and arcs out at this thing, hurting it as well, it shrieks. Burbage, you're up.
All right, Burbage will move forward a bit to get a better angle on the monstrosity. Jesus. So this is the bone demon?
Yes. You've seen him before.
Yes, I have. We're in close quarters here. I don't like it. Can I shoot him from right up against the wall over here?
With your newly obtained crossbow. Yes, of course.
The obtained crossbow.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use wait. Stormbringer's right there. And the last time I tried using one of these magical bolts, I missed, but it did cause some kind of explosion. So we're just not going to use that right now. And Stormbringer's right there. I'll just use a regular crossbow bolt. Let's see what happens.
You'll have sneak attack damage because Stormbringer's in range.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit. Jeez.
So that's 8 piercing and then 28 sneak attack. 36?
Holy crap. You guys are killing him.
Yeah, this time you are prepared, Burbage Kemp. It is not going to skewer you so easily. You shoot at it as it's sort of engaged with Stormbringer, and you kind of catch it in its bone jaw, ripping off part of that jaw and sending it flying.
God, that feels so good. It feels
There's
so good
gonna be-
having things, my weapons, my bolts.
There's going to be tons of body parts for Clem to pick up after this.
Yeah.
And Burbage. And so, and what's happening with these other two, the cats?
Currently they're on fire, but they are turning to their attackers.
So there's just giant cats running around on fire?
Yeah, so far.
They're demons. They're not actually
Demon
cats.
Yeah.
I know, I
yeah.
wasn't laughing at the cat part. Well, I mean, I was, but they're cat demons. Sorry. I should have prefaced that.
They're loosely looking like cats. They're just four-legged tails, sort of stout mouth, and anyway.
I guess I can attack again with my offhand crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Did you say Stormbringer multi-attack?
Oh,
think so.
fuck, I forgot.
Oh,
'cause
well, feel
I'm
free
tired.
to roll that again if you want, real quick.
Yeah, let's go back and forth. Like we're teaming up, Stormbringer.
Yeah.
You do one, I do my attack, you do
jeez.
yours.
The
21
21
hits.
again.
So far, you understand that it has not quite a 21.
This is only 14 magical slashing damage.
All right.
Sad times.
Okay.
And then I will hit it with my offhand crossbow attack.
I really want it to be another 21.
At this point, it sees you coming, Burbage Kemp, and it quickly, with its tail, slashes away the crossbow bolt aimed at its head, and just glowers at you and kind of smiles.
Is it a nice smile?
No, no, it's not.
Darn. I still have some movement, right?
Yeah.
I'm retreating.
Okay.
And I will motion to Charity and Akari, your turn next.
All right. As Burbage runs away, it glowers back at you, Stormbringer. And this Bone Devil is going to make 3 attacks. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
That is 9 slashing damage.
Do I round up or down?
Down.
Why don't I know this?
You round down.
Okay.
Yeah. So you only take 4 of that. And then does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
So it's 11 piercing damage. So you'll take 5. But then 17 poison damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have inspiration for yeeting Clem? For anything, really?
If you
I thought
don't, I have inspiration that you can use.
I thought we'd all gotten inspiration at some point recently.
I might not have marked it if he said it after we got off.
I don't think from the last time.
I think it was the time
It
before.
was the time before.
I don't know if she used it, but I don't know.
I can't remember.
I know Burbage used his, I think. But Hikari has one either way. So Hikari, do you want to
Okay.
use yours? And yeah,
For the podcast, I fumbled that.
indeed, that's a 1.
That's much
yeah, go
better.
ahead.
29. Thank you so much, Darcy.
So now with the 20, you for a second there, you feel your consciousness starting to slip, like you're about to pass out, and you see this giant tail stinger embedded in your chest. But you power through it and you rip that stinger out of your chest. And you just the pain itself, you're focusing on the pain and it keeps you awake. You're withstanding the poison for now. And it's Charity's turn.
5, 10, 15. Look in the room. Huh. What do the state of these look like generally?
So these two look not really hurt a lot, but they're currently on fire and they seem to be not happy about that. And then this guy looks real hurt. Black sort of ichor is dripping from cracks in its bones all over its body.
Cool. Banishment at level 5 on the 2 on fire.
Okay. Are those charisma saves?
Yep.
$14 and $15?
Bye.
Fuck.
Biggity bounce.
You also feel that not only have you banished these Charity, you have sent them back to their home planes.
Neat. So they ain't coming back if I
Oh, we get to
concentrate.
go
Those are
home.
not coming back.
Charity's gonna be like, even the odds a little bit, or I don't know, tilted them in our favor. Going by.
All right, Hikari,
That's it for me.
that sounds good. All you,
So the only thing left is the bone demon?
the one that you can see, yeah.
Okay. Can I go into the room further?
Please.
I don't like the way you said the only one that you can see.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody else reacted to that. I was like, what?
I'm used to it. It's been fucking years.
Andy?
I don't.
I'm so used to him being like that.
Oh, the horse is dead, you say? Shocking.
Burbage has blind sense, just as a reminder.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to go up to the one that I can see
Okay,
with my eyeballs
gotcha.
and hear with my earballs,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack with my sword that
Questions about Hikari's anatomy.
attack with my bean blade that also has poison on it. Yellow growing poison on it.
Beautiful. Let's do it. 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
How do I roll damage again? I haven't used this.
Oh,
in a
you
while.
click the Divine Fiend Blade word down below.
That's right. There you go. So 10 slashing and 8 radiant, and then it had yellow grung poison on it. I don't know what that does.
As you slash into it, you see the poison sort of seep into the bones, but however, it doesn't seem to have a circulatory system, and the bones are not affected by the poison.
I wouldn't have, I didn't know what the poison did, so I wouldn't have known that it needed circulatory. Okay. I just was making sure.
Totally. Yep, this creature is immune to poison, you gather.
Didn't Lena poison him?
Lena got poisoned.
Oh,
Yeah.
she got poisoned. Duh, Darcy. Okay.
All right. Clem, unless you have a bonus action, Darcy.
Hold on, real quick. Just let me get in a roll 20 here. I don't think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, if I bit him, it would be poison. So yeah, never mind.
I love the image of Hikari just like latching on and biting these like bones, just gnawing at them.
Love it. Clem, your turn.
How bad does the bone demon look?
He looks bad for a bone demon.
Doesn't have a kind smile, I'll tell you that much.
Oh. Do I get the feeling that he's like really, really hurt, or?
He seems, he seems to be not as fierce. He seems to be curling back in a defensive position. And again, this black ichor and cracked bones all over its body. You're not sure what it's supposed to look like, but this can't be it.
That doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I guess I'll just do a firebolt on him then. I was gonna fairy fire, but if he's close to being down, then it might not be worth it to waste a spell to give advantage. I don't know.
Okay.
Kill.
That's a crit miss for Clem. Are we going to let that stand, or is there a reroll in our future?
I mean, I don't know. Fuck all.
Yeah, same.
All right.
I ain't got inspiration left, and
Humble miss. Normal. Nothing happens.
hey, I'm humble.
I was gonna say nothing personal, but I'm like, I'm just gonna let the fumble go because I have inspiration, but there could be worse things.
Yeah, no, there absolutely could be.
So you get in there seeing this horrifying thing, Clem, and you're having a hard time concentrating. It's just been such a traumatic couple of hours that you release a firebolt and it just goes wide, kind of bounces off the ceiling.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna back up.
All right. As you begin to back up, I need you, Stormbringer, and Hikari to all make wisdom saving throws, please.
See,
Your
this is-
thing cut out for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Clem, Stormbringer, and Hikari, please all make wisdom saving throws for me.
No, thank you.
See, this is why I retreated.
I just fucking
But I did
fumbled again,
retreat.
y'all.
Would you enjoy my inspiration now? Because that was exactly the kind of worst thing that I was
love
referring
that. Thank you.
to. You know those worst things? That's one of them.
Hey, an 8's not a fumble, at least. Still a failure, but
It is not a fumble.
Got 15.
Hikari with a 27. Hikari, you sense something again, trying to like sort of take over your mind. You almost smell something in the air that just feels, it smells kind of mossy almost and a bit like mold that hits you very strongly, but you're able to withstand it. Clem.
So this is something that happened during my turn?
Yes. Clem and Stormbringer, you both fall unconscious, asleep on the ground.
But not 0 hit points.
Nope, just unconscious.
Okay.
Which means, Stormbringer, I'm afraid your turn is passed as you are unconscious. And Burbage is up next.
Is there a repeated save at end of turn or anything?
Nope, just
making sure.
The effect is only a one-time thing, so you're not continually being affected by it.
so he's saying kick me in the ribs until I wake up.
Yeah, I was aware.
I start kicking.
Well, Burbage runs and jumps on top of Clem. Just because he has been wanting to...
Forming like some sort of halfling gnomish Voltron.
And he will
Do I wake up?
No, not quite.
What if
You,
Burbage...
so Burbage, it would take a little bit more to wake someone up, you think,
Well, you know...
from a state like this.
What if I jumped really hard down on her?
You can take your action to do this, yes, and then that would wake her up.
I mean, I could still attack with a bonus action, right?
No, not with an offhand bonus action, no.
Ah,
Because I think that requires a first action
well,
attack.
can I use my bonus action to do something to Clem to wake her up?
What's that? I couldn't hear you there.
Can I use my bonus action to do something to Clem to wake her up?
You can use an item on a bonus action. Like, I don't know if you could, like, pour out your canteen on her or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will... but first I'm going to stand on her and try to attack the bone demon with my crossbow.
Does a brief mariachi dance.
18?
18 does not hit it. It just bounce off.
I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this
body.
armor class.
No.
No good.
Done fairy fire.
It's somewhere between a 21 and an 18, I think, yeah.
Well, it has to be either a 19 or a 20.
Oh, 20. 20, yeah, because Hikari hit with a 20. Yep. Okay.
Well, yeah, shit. Okay, well, I'll pour out some, do I have water? I know I have ale. I'll pour out some ale on Clem's face.
Just take one of your sort of flasks, just start emptying it onto Clem, and Clem, all of a sudden, you're covered in some sort of really strong smelling dwarven ale. However, you are awake.
It's not the first time.
Sleeping on the job, eh? I've been there.
Waking up on the floor of a prison
I really
covered
want
in
to pull his
ale.
feet out from under him.
Any movement, Burbage?
Yeah, Burbage will retreat again.
Okay.
As much from Clem as from the bone demon.
Got it. All right. So this thing bears down now on Stormbringer.
I've been kicking her.
You definitely have. Oh no.
I've been jumping up and down on her.
Oh, actually. Okay. So does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay. So then both of these hit. One of them was a crit hit, but because you're unconscious, they're both crit hits anyway. So that's so this is actually perfect that they wasted a crit hit on this. But that's going to be a total of 33 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then Hikari, does a 17 hit your armor class?
Nope.
Then you just barely move out of the way of its tail stinger as it tries to skewer you entirely. And that's its turn. Charity.
Taking a look at the old spell slot tally. It's not great. Charity's gonna round the corner to here so that I have a sight line on it. And I am going to silver flame darts it.
Okay.
All 3 darts for a 21, a 17, and a 16.
1 hits.
Fuck this thing. God. 7 damage.
Paint me a picture, Charity. How do you destroy this bone, Daddy?
7 damage.
As it's like slashing down at Stormbringer on the floor and like stabbing it with its tail at Hikari, I picture her just like pivoting just enough that as its weight almost goes too far. Like, you know, it's expecting resistance. It doesn't get it. And as it spins, I just sort of turn the corner and hit it in the head. And I just picture its head accelerating, whipping around and like smashing to dust on the corner of the table. Like, okay, is it dead? I really want it to be dead. It might have started dead. It was okay, let's get everybody awake. Hey.
So, now, as you destroy that horrible thing, Charity, your eyes catch movement kind of up in the corner over here toward the archway. And this sort of mass of roiling fungus, it almost looked like, clinging to the ceiling, starting to spread its like green tendrils across the ceiling, and everything it touches, you see kind of this white frost forming all around it.
Looks flammable.
So, if we're not out of initiative order yet?
Correct.
So let me, stay where I was then.
Gotcha.
But I do see that.
Yes.
And I think that as much as it's spreading, it seems like it has sort of a central form, like it has a body.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You know what's a bonus action? Spiritual weapon. Gonna smack that little bastard. 15.
Ooh, 15. Let's see.
Like I said, that was a terrible roll.
15 does not hit, I'm afraid. The spiritual weapon scrapes across the ceiling, sending sparks falling down. But it doesn't seem to hurt this creature.
Still an issue. Bye.
All right. It begins to slowly creep across the ceiling toward your group.
As Charity's peering around, issue is worsening.
Hikari, Burbage, you've seen this sort of massive thing clinging to the ceiling before. It's made you feel like you're about to pass out. It's made you cold. It's a horrible, nasty thing, and it latches out 3 tentacles toward Hikari. Hikari, does a 23 hit you? Oh,
yes.
Shit. And
did he fumble?
Crit miss.
Oh. He punched himself.
Okay, one of its tentacles is going to have a -3 attack.
Oh.
However, the other one does hit you. It wraps around you, and it starts to burn into your skin, doing 13 acid damage to you.
Okay.
Okay. And it is your turn, Hikari. The tentacle whips back. You're not grappled by it or anything.
Okay, I'm going to...
And Stormbringer is still asleep, correct?
Yes.
Kick me in the face.
Sorry. I'm going to do Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So I just...
So it looks like the first one is a 17.
Yeah.
Do
So,
I
I
do
think
I
you
do
need 2 more, right?
yeah, just click it 2 more
does
times.
17 hurt?
It does hit it.
Hit it. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I clicked out of it. Do.
And a 19 hits, so 2 of those hit.
Cool. And then, how do I do damage?
I think you just click Scorching Ray, the word.
In the chat.
Nice.
Nice.
For 12?
For 12, though, again, it almost seems to kind of absorb a bit of the fiery magic that you send its way, and doesn't seem to be as hurt by it.
So it got hurt not at all, or?
Some, yeah, but not quite as much as normal. And then do you want to move?
Yeah, I will, if I, like, start jumping up and down on Stormbringer's stomach, like, would I be far enough away?
That's movement.
I think you have to do a bonus action.
Yeah, you'd have to do you would have to do an action of some sort to wake her up. So I don't think you can wake her up this turn.
Oh,
Okay,
what?
so I'll just move up out of it, where it could get me, I guess.
Like further into the room
Well,
area.
that far?
Okay. You're here, maybe.
I just wanted to be able to wake people up if I needed to. Okay, yeah, I guess there.
Okay. Clem, your turn. You are awake.
So I can't use a bonus action to do something to bring Stormbringer up like Burbage did, or?
Burbage can, because his special thief thing allows him to actually use an item as a bonus action.
If you had
Normally
something
people
that was
don't.
special action economy from alchemy, that was a bonus action.
Do you have any bonus actions that are attacks? You could attack me with those.
True.
Do you have
that
any
would-
bonus attack? Yeah, like shoot me in the face with a spell or something. Fuck.
I don't think I have.
Or
any
just use
bonus
an action to
actions.
wake her up.
I could, but I was thinking that it would be best. I don't know. I was thinking it'd be best to make this thing easier to hit.
Also, spiritual weapon got an opportunity attack when it moved.
Oh, cool. Ba-da-ba-ba-doo. 22.
22 hits.
14 force.
That did normal damage. Cool. Sorry, Clem.
No, it's okay. I'm just deciding what to do. I want to wake Stormbringer up, but I also want to cast Fairy Fire so this thing is easier to hit.
Stormbringer is 3 attacks, though, I think.
I have 2, and then the
And zap.
extra stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'll use whatever you say to. I know the thing is half my movement, but it depends on how much your movement is, so I don't know. But I'll stand up.
Okay.
And then use my action to wake up Stormbringer.
Okay. Stormbringer, you are awake.
And then I'll move back as far as I can.
Another
So
15. Yeah.
I don't know how much you would say it took me to move. Okay.
10 to stand up. So 15, I think, to move back, because you're at 25.
Oh, yep.
Cool. Yep. Stormbringer.
Stormbringer, you would still be lying down too.
Yeah. But you're awake.
And it's half my movement or 15 to stand up. It doesn't
Half your
matter.
movement.
Never mind. I don't care. Thank you for answering. I'm gonna move in.
All right, you
Stand
move
up,
in.
move in.
Stand up and move in. Plenty of movement. Yeah. And it's on the ceiling, but the ceiling's only another like 4 feet above you. So.
I have reach anyways, bitches. Not you. You're not the bitch. The bitches are the people I'm fighting.
100%.
Okay, so rage again. Rage back on. So
Okay.
it needs to make a DC 17 dex save. And a
22.
DC 17 strength save.
Okay. Dex was 22. Strength 6. Oh.
So
strength? No.
it will take half of 14, so 7 lightning damage, and then a magical ice grows on it, and it can't move. Its speed is reduced to 0.
Okay. The lightning damage did less than you kind of thought it would even. And the ice is starting to...
But it's doing
coat it.
damage, right? It's not like healing it, it's just resisting.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Giant Onion Glaive. 18?
18 hits.
15 magical slashing damage. Does it resist that as well? Or do I feel like that did follow?
You feel that did full damage as you carve into it above you. You're slashing through it. These like tiny little sort of sporish like leaves are just sort of raining down all around you.
Sweet. Second attack. 17?
17 hits.
For 15 again, magical slashing damage.
All right. Yep,
I'm
that hurt
gonna
it as well.
yell at it.
I don't know what you are, but stay the fuck out of my head and also die.
Okay. Burbage Cam.
Dual hand crossbow attack.
Beautiful. 17
17
hits. Yep.
Do I get sneak attack as Stormbringer?
You do, yeah.
6 piercing, 33 sneak attack.
Fucking beautiful.
39.
I just always do the bleh of sneak attack dice.
I love it. 39 damage. Yeah, you shoot your bolt straight into it. It also seemed to do damage as now kind of one of its own tentacles sort of flops down to the ground.
All right, offhand. 12.
12 misses. The bolt skitters across the ceiling's stonework.
All right. Well, Burbage will say the obligatory, hey, check out this. He's a really fun guy.
Jesus Christ.
I'll be right back. I'm picking up some food.
Okay, sounds good.
I just enjoy he's a fun guy. I need to leave. I need to go now. I'll be back.
Charity.
Bonus action, smack it with that magical glaive.
Love it. As Adam's gone, the halfling stranger starts telling him most secrets about his father.
Cool.
You know that Bluetooth headphones,
damn
right?
You shouldn't have said anything, Adam, and just let him let me goad him into actually saying one of them. 17 for
17
spiritual
hits.
weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Min damage. 7 force.
Painful.
7 damage. Carved into him, though.
I'm gonna step out just so I have a slightly better sight line, and a small bell will appear above it, ringing slightly, and it is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, huh?
Wow,
It
that was
rolled
terrible damage.
9.
Failed and took 8 necrotic damage. That was almost min damage.
Nice. It's looking hurt. It again starts to use its tentacles in a defensive motion, trying to keep any more damage from hurting it. And
actually,
it's wilting.
Sorry, I am going to use. Sorry.
A sorcery point to reroll some of that?
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay.
Sorcery point, and I'm going to reroll the 1 and the 2.
Sounds good. So 5 plus.
I
9.
defo told you to roll 2 of those, but
And a 4. That's way better.
so 18 damage then.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, okay, no, bye.
All right. This thing starts to hiss and screech, and you don't even know where from, Stormbringer. It's going to lash out its tentacles once again at you.
Bring it.
All of them.
I don't know how many it has.
19, 20, and a 19.
All hit.
Was one of those at -3? Because one of them was...
Yes, you're right. So 17.
So 2 hit.
Okay. That's a total of 35 acid damage.
Cool.
Hikari, your turn.
Stormbringer looks like she's like literally been through a meat grinder.
An acidic meat grinder.
I'm just gonna run up going, with my sword.
All right. You bounce over the table, leaping off the table to get this thing in the air.
With my sword in both hands.
Give me an attack. I'm afraid the 14 misses.
Shit. Okay.
Unlucky.
I will. Is that all I can do?
I mean, you could bite with a bonus.
Bite the moldy tentacled bush monster thing.
Yeah.
That's doing acid damage.
I think that I'm going to back away. Like hop back on the table. Like literally like reverse and then go whoop.
Okay. As you do that, a tentacle is going to slash out at you.
Oh, I thought for some reason I could do that without that happening. I'll just stay there then.
Sounds good. All right. Stormbringer.
Isn't it Clementine Dancer?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did too many. There you go. Nope, I did too many again. There you go, Clement. Sorry.
Okay. I am going to run up to just behind Stormbringer.
Okay.
And cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And I only have first level spells, so that's what you're getting.
That's plenty.
Actually.
6.
1 plus 5. So you get 6. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Tried my best. And then Andy, I'm going to use my bonus action, Boots of the Winding Path, to go back to where I started.
Oh, brilliant. So you don't actually move. You teleport back. That's very good because
bonus action to
there was a tentacle sort of above your head waiting for you to move and drop your guard.
Yeah, fuck off, tentacle.
Very good. Stormbringer.
Okay. So, Gyno Glaive number 1.
Okay.
19.
Hits.
For 15 magical slashing damage. I don't know
That's
why
your
that's
favorite
what I'm
number.
rolling,
Yeah.
but
You've rolled it in multiple combinations of ways to get to the 7 on the dice, too.
Second attack. I assume a 12 doesn't hit.
12 does not.
DC 17 dex save, DC 17 strength save.
Are we playing with flanking rules? And if so, does the spiritual weapon count as a flank?
Yes, it does. So Stormbringer, you have advantage on this.
So it would have been a 25.
25
No,
hits.
because technically I could only go back 15 feet. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry if I talked over you. Everything was lagging, so I didn't know that people were talking when I started talking.
So this time it's 19 magical slashing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, 18. Math.
Okay.
Okay, now it needs to make a DC 17 dex save, DC 17 strength save.
All right, strength and dex. Strength is 13, dex is 8.
So it will take 9 lightning damage, and its speed is reduced to 0.
Your just aura seems to emit these giant sparks that slash out at it, almost cracking the stone around it. Paint me a picture, Stormbringer, of how you destroy this thing.
I'm really bad at painting pictures. Just like the storm just like flies out of me and just like I zap it to death. Like it's just a little like crisp now, like a little crispy little bush.
Does it sound like a bug zapper? A
Yes.
gigantic bug zapper? That's what I was imagining.
Tiny bits of flame kind of crawl up its tentacles and burn it all. This black, ashy, spory, leafy mass that's just sort of dripping almost off the ceiling now is dead on the ground. And we are officially out of combat.
Charity's going, oh, I miss Gary Shambly.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is just a real fucking wonderland of delights, huh, everybody? Oh.
Thanks for
I'm
the
gonna walk
heal.
up to Stormbringer. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Stormbringer. And sorry, everything is super laggy. I need to just
You're
not
okay.
be on roll 20. I'm gonna walk to Stormbringer, and I am going to hand her my potion of superior healing. And I'm also going to touch her again and cast Cure Wounds again.
So Stormbringer, if you want to drink the whole potion, that's 8d8 plus 8.
8d8 plus 8.
I'm sorry, 8d4 plus 8. Why do I keep doing that?
I was like,
8d4.
that's a way better potion than I'm used to.
Nah. 8d4.
I might have Burbage drink one of his healing potions.
Okay.
Which I think
And
is
I gave you another 8 on top of that, Lena.
2d4
Sweet.
plus 2? Is that right?
So that's
So-
19 plus 16.
Yes, Adam.
So
Yeah.
19 plus 16
35.
plus.
No, I think it should just be 19 plus 16, right? Because I'm adding the 8 and the 8 from the thing to make 16, and then adding it to the 19.
Okay.
35.
Which more than doubles Stormbringer.
Yeah, I still look like I've been through a meat grinder, but
I'm
I
trying
can
my
soak a
best.
couple
I
of rounds.
got very little.
Charity is going to
No,
hand
it's
you.
very helpful.
Charity's going to hand you a potion of greater healing.
What does that do?
4d4 plus 4.
So it's another 15.
15.
Would just a regular healing potion help, Lena?
I mean, everything helps, but let's hold on to some resources in case there's more fights. This should probably get me 2 to 3 rounds of soaking damage, more if they're doing physical damage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that we take a breath in this room, assuming that no one like bursts through or anything, to allow the 1 minute of banishment to pass. At which point they're in hell. No takesy backsies.
All right. So you sit here for a bit, holding your breath just a little bit, making sure that that spell really did banish them entirely. A minute passes, and there is no return. You feel confident.
Okay.
Andy,
Yeah.
So the area that we returned to through that teleportation circle or
Yeah.
whatever it was, it's completely different than the part of the prison that we were in when we went through to the palace? Or are we back in an area that Hikari and I would recognize?
Entirely, you are back in this area. Yeah, so if you were to turn left up past this door, that has now kind of been broken open by the Aklith. If you were to turn left, you would go to your cells that you're used to.
Okay, I recognize this thing.
Are there any like keys or anything left on the ground?
There's sort of piles of burnt clothing in this area still, and looking through that, you see kind of a large key ring with lots of different keys on it.
Charity, mine. And all right, let's
Or we
I mean-
should drop the 2 guard uniforms on the floor if anybody wants them, or could also keep carrying them. Is that the halfling guy coming with us? Where is he?
Yeah, he's behind Stormbringer.
Does he seem less skittish?
Nope, still really skittish, not wanting to engage in anything.
He's okay with me, though.
Yeah, he's just staring at Burbage the entire time.
Should I message Cantrip? Charity. Should I go back and get the box now? In message. Signed Stormbringer.
Let's message Cantrip back. I guess for now, yeah. Grab that real quick and Charity's going to sort of go down to this cell. Who do I see arranged in this cell?
So in this cell, you see people cowering against the wall. There's a couple elves, a dwarf, and a half-orc in here.
Hi. Charity's gonna fish around in his pockets and slightly scorched from some of his magic hold up the "We're here to help. Please don't make too much noise."
The half-orc kind of courageously steps up, reads the note, and nods kind of knowingly to everyone else to keep it down.
And then I'm going to try to unlock the gate.
All right. You're good. You, so you open up the gate, and yeah, these prisoners seem like they've been, through a lot, but not like their minds are broken like that first guy, like the halfling is.
They seem like prisoners, or more normal,
yeah.
Okay, if you're here to help and we just witnessed you probably, partially murder the guards, yeah, cool. Yeah.
So they kind of spill out into the hallway. The half-orc kind of pats you on the shoulder and says, "Oh, Gavin sent you, right?"
We might have met Gavin, yes.
Okay. Yeah, we could trust him. Sorry, trying to keep it down.
Come up to this one.
This is the really old elf, giant long beard, who's just sort of staring, facing the wall in the back, just kind of muttering to himself.
Clink.
Actually, when you put the key in here, the lock seems to be broken.
The fuck happened to this?
This is the lock that Hikari broke, right?
Message Cantrip Stormbringer, perhaps open this door.
Message Cantrip Charity. Okay.
So I'll come over to that door. Which door? Fuck.
This one.
Okay. I'm carrying the box, so I'll very delicately set the box down next to me and then kick the door in, because that sounds epic.
Let's give me a strength check or an athletics.
It's been more than a minute since the battle, right?
Yes.
So I'm not raging anymore. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I literally waited a minute because I did not want to get, turn around a corner, get ganked, lose concentration, and have the other demons
It's
pop.
still a 27.
Jeez. You kick open this. The door falls down entirely. The small moorings it had into the stone break entirely, and a bit of stone dust falls behind it. And the gate slams down on the ground with a giant boom.
Charity will, as he's sort of moving back down the hallway, but will stick the note around the corner and sort of wave it up and down slightly. We're here to help. Please don't make too much noise.
He grabs the note and immediately holds it to his chest and kind of sways back and forth, muttering still. And you think you see him then put the note in his mouth.
Does no one read with their... Okay. Okay. Onward, intrepid adventurers. Come to this next door. Who do I see?
This one is a dragonborn, silver dragonborn woman, who comes up and is very thankful as you use the key to open the door.
Charity's going to scribble out quickly a new note. We're here to help. Please don't be too noisy. And then the old elf ate my last one of these.
She looks a little confused and scared, but follows you into the hall.
Are any of these people the person that Hikari and Burbage tried to free?
The elf, yeah, the old elf.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, thank you.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure.
And then Charity, as you get to this, a familiar face greets you on the other side of the bars. This seems to be Nalawe. Though you've never actually met, you do recognize her visage.
Charity holds up the note again.
She nods.
Unlocks. Charity will, as she's coming out, very, very gently, so it doesn't look like I'm aggressively approaching her, but I've gotten the sense from the people who have sort of been whispering in town that audio level does matter to some degree, right? With the hearing.
Probably. Yeah.
Because like some people had sort of whispered to us or been like, oh yeah, let's what was her partner's name?
Her partner's name was Brennan Tumley.
Charity's gonna lead on. Brennan sent us to find and save you.
That's amazing. Okay.
Charity's also gonna your disappearance was very hard for her. I am sure you suffered in this place, but she did as well. I wanted to prepare you for the fact that she's a little... It's been hard.
Okay.
And then I'm just continuing the prison parade.
There are no more prisoners in cells along. Burbage and Nakari recognize the cells that they were kept in, but no one else is in here.
Okay. So at this, I'm going to come back and if everyone has sort of gathered,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sort of turn to them and be like, we are going to try to get you all, and probably at this I might like write this just so it's easier for them.
Sure.
We are going to try to get you all out of here. There are two options. If you want to remain in Vagelter, you can come with us as we're attempting to flee this place. If you would like to be somewhere very far away from Vagelter, we can also arrange that. Which would you prefer? Each of you can make this choice individually.
Right, so... Yeah.
And Cherry will sort of say, if you wish to leave this place and get far away, go to the far end of the hallway, so sort of the north end. If you wish to stay in Vagelter, down here.
Okay. Yep, so Nalawe kind of stays at the far end. The other four that were together stay down. They want to stay in Vagelter. And the halfling man comes up to Nalawe as well.
And what about the old elf?
The old elf sits still in his cage and is not coming out.
Oh, okay. So, is this the Dragonborn woman?
This is the Dragonborn. She'll come up with Nalawe as well.
Charity's going to turn to Burbage, Stormbringer, Clementine, and Stormbringer. Like, this is still a physical structure. If we can find a gap in the wall, I might, or like even a small gap, I might have an idea of how to get us out of here. Maybe you all could look while I set this up.
Sure.
And at this, you hear kind of a... The stone around you just sort of vibrates. And another low, deep rumbling in this tower. And you swear for a second that your balance is off a little bit as the tower almost feels like it's shifting slightly. And then you hear that voice in your head again. Soon. We will be with you soon.
Mind sliver!
Mind sliver.
Fuck yeah. Also, are they blowing their way into their own prison to get to us because there's no other way to get in?
Maybe that's what it seems like.
I fucking love it.
I love
All
that
right.
we've annoyed them to the point that this is what they do.
Your mind sliver connects with something on the other side.
In response to this, I am going to expend a sorcery point to roll higher damage. I'm going to
Sounds good.
re-roll all 3.
Okay.
That is much better.
16
Wow.
damage.
Okay.
16 damage. Luckily, he healed since the last time you tried to hurt him, but that also hurt a lot, and immediately the connection is shut off.
I was going to say, going with the mind sliver
Yeah.
is just Charity's very calm but very angry voice. I will do so much worse to you the next time we meet.
Okay.
And then Charity's going to run up and slap the wall here, and I'm going to cast Demiplane. From my bag, I'm going to toss these 3 like a series of rations. Be like, I'll try to let you out in like a day. Gonna kind of have to figure out all of this. Inside now, Nalawe, Brennan, yeah?
They immediately rush up to each other and hug as the demiplane closes behind them. Those 3 are now in your demiplane. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Okay.
Halfling guy who knows Burbridge's father is in the demiplane?
Yes.
Okay.
Charity will also call in, like, as they all rush in, please don't eat each other or anything. Like, you know, I'd like to prefer to deliver you all unharmed to a later destination. Oh, crap. Why is the tower shaking?
I love it. So, hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. That's been Fates of Ren. What do we got coming up next? We have... Is
Okay.
Monster of the Week tomorrow?
No.
Next week.
Sorry. Coming up in the Thanksgiving week, sorry, I'm just calling up the Google Calendar. On Wednesday, we will have Spire on the 24th, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. On the 26th, the Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have Tier the Search, which is a tier 1-shot. And at 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, the 27th, we will have Monster of the Week, I believe. Is the
Brilliant.
current schedule.
It'll be exciting to have Monster of the Week back.
Yeah, it's always super fun. And a new edition, perhaps, which we'll talk about then. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing.
Addendum. Spire
addendum.
is Wednesday.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Golly said
Well,
Wednesday.
I wasn't listening, and I just read Elise's chat, so I was like, oh no.
I think that was in response to what's coming up next, not correcting me.
Brilliant. And yeah, well done, everyone. You're still in the tower, but you're sort of alone in the tower. That's good. It's an upgrade. And Stormbringer has got to the lowest point I've ever gotten Stormbringer.
You were
I'm proud
real
of.
close to. I was trying to remember the last time I went unconscious, and I think it was when we fought the most dangerous creature who ever lived and accidentally burnt that town down.
Sure.
That was a long time ago. Vimeris was still alive then. Like, yeah.
R.I.P. Vimeris. Enjoyable. Well, so, thanks for watching. We love you so much. Catch us next time. We'll see you later.
Yeah, from everybody here.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Bye,
Love you all.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
The lonely she walks down beside the green river. My lady she was, and I bend my knee. One divine, my seraph, my heart to deliver. She gives me a small flower that I call Tomb Lily. I love so completely, so true and so sweetly. But know that our story flower reminds me of me lady who descended for thee when she